accounting, everybody get on board of the buy low trains in week 4. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, buy low. He's not going low, Smitty. Not everybody's going to sell him off and run away from greatness. Not everybody's going to trade Clydey Boy for a 3rd, 4th round equivalent type player if you equate player value to draft value right now. Not everybody. What's up, Nitro? What's up, Augie? But some of the people out there that own Clydey Boy. What's up, Nitro? Augie, Noah, Kango, Riley, Cameron, Seclan in the house. What's up, Seclan? Glad to see you, Seclan. Not everybody's going to go trade Clydey Boy for 3rd round equivalent value. Jesus, Rob, Okafor, what's going on? Nice to see you here. Luke, Tom, Point Break, Mike, Dave, Kirk, all of you. Damn glad to see you in the building. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door, por favor, because it helps the show. If you didn't know, here's the intro.
Top 5 running back. You're watching the Fantasy Football Show.
Smitty.
Yo. Welcome to the show. I'm excited to be here. Wipe your feet on the way in the door. Thank you, W. Thank you, W. Thank you, Luke. Thank you, Cameron. Uzi, Brandon, Antonio, Nick. Where's Nick? I just saw your name, Nick. Point Break already shouted out. I try and shout out my people. Smitty, I could take Devontae Adams and Kenyon for Derrick Henry, Josh Allen. The guy is thinking about it. Kenyon and Adams. Point Break, depending on your quarterback, but Josh Allen's playing out of his mind. He's a top 4 or 5 quarterback, man. I don't know that Adams and Kenyon's a slam dunk over Josh Allen and Henry. What matters is who else you're starting at quarterback and who else you're playing at your flex. I don't know that I jump all over that. I have Mahomes. I get it then. I get it. But I don't know that I want you trading. Let me put that back on the screen here. So you have Mahomes. I can take Devontae Adams and Kenyon Drake for Henry and Josh Allen. Yeah, I guess I do that. If you've got Mahomes, I do it. I try and keep wheeling and dealing. Keep buying low and selling high. Don't stop there. As a Bills fan, I'm stoked right now. I had that's face, Cameron. I can't look at you while I'm trying to talk. I'm sorry. It's making me laugh. I'm sorry. I'm going to put it back up. I had Josh Allen. I can't do it. I got to minimize you. I'm sorry. I had Josh Allen as at my number 4, the 4th best fantasy football quarterback heading into it's 2018. I wrote the bold prediction. I said he would be. I like it, Cameron. Don't get rid of it. I'm not saying it's bad. I was trying to be serious for a minute. Don't get rid of it. You forever have to have this avatar. Okay? Forever. You can't get rid of it now. I dropped Henderson 2 weeks ago. Well, Noah, I've only been talking him up for 3 years. But to be honest with you, Noah, I don't know that I trust the Rams to do the right thing here. So here are my buy lows. Let's go over that real quick, then I'll do some Q&A. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, my favorite buy low. And again, a bunch of you are going to say, you can't get him low, blah, blah, blah. All it takes is one owner that loves him in your league, and guess what? You can't get him. You can't trade him. You can't trade for him. But in a lot of leagues, people are freaking out. So take a stab. If you can get him for anything outside the top 12 overall, you're getting a bargain. Lamar. I love Lamar Jackson moving forward. I could care less what people say about him. I could care less that 40% of the fantasy football population believes that defenses have figured him out and that he's one-dimensional. Is Mahomes better? Yes. And I've said that from the beginning. I've never once said Lamar's better than Mahomes. Mahomes has been my number one quarterback. But I like Lamar a lot. And I love that Lamar was a borderline 3.01 overall player heading into draft day. You can be damn sure that he's well below 3.1 value equated to draft value. Well below 3.1. You might find him near top of the 4th round value. That's crazy. That may not seem like a big drop off. Hit the thumbs up on the way in the door, please. That may not seem like a huge drop off, but it is massive. Massive. To get like 12 player value like bump down is insane after 3 weeks for a guy that literally could be, I'm not saying he is. I think Mahomes is the number one fantasy football player, and I don't care how good Ryan, or I love Josh Allen. Josh Allen on my top 4 quarterbacks in 2018. I said he was going to be a top 4 quarterback, and granted, let's be honest here, I said it happened by the end of 2019, and it started to. He was in the top 10. People loved Allen coming out of last year. Like, he had a big year. He broke out, but he wasn't top 4. So I took a little bit of shit for not landing that prediction. But now, all of a sudden, Josh Allen is a little late to the party. He took the snail express, but he got there, and now he's top 4, top 5, easy. And Hendy, you know, I took a lot of crap for Hendy, and I still could, because the Rams do not know what they're doing. I trust the Rams negative percent. I keep saying 0. It's not 0. It's negative. I trust the Rams negative percent. So I'm not telling you to go out and put your faith in the Rams coaching staff and lock Hendy in the top 12. And for those that don't know who's Hendy, Daryl Henderson. I'm not telling you to walk out and lock Daryl Henderson into your top 10, top 12 running backs moving forward. Could he be that good? I've told you this for over 2 years now. He could definitely be that good. Daryl Henderson has top 5 to 10 running back potential and skill set. But no. Do the Rams know what they have? Absolutely not. And then, it's Cam Akers. Smitty, you're an idiot for saying Cam Akers isn't going to be the starter. He's getting first team reps. We heard the song and dance before week 1 of 2019. Henderson's going to get 10 to 12 touches a game right out of the gate. The dude got 32 or 33, 34 carries on the year in 2019. He got 30-something carries on the year. And a lot of you Daryl Henderson haters out there, I'm not really talking to the people in the chat right now. I'm talking about Billy Boy. Billy Boy 27 that shows up in the comments later on down the road after the video has been up for 8 months, and they come in, and Billy Boy 27 always shows up on a video that's like 8 months old. The player I'm talking about has already played like half the year, and they're like, oh, this is good prediction. This aged really well, Schmitty. Billy Boy 37. James Devlin needs extreme help. When do you not, James? When do you not? Drop it in, and I'll try and help you. I don't even know what I'm saying here. I don't know what tangent I got off on. Daryl Henderson. I don't know that I trust him. And you guys that believed in Cam Akers and that he was going to be the guy got a heavy dose of what I got last year. I don't feel bad because I warned you all. You're about to receive a heavy dose of the Rams screwing with your emotions when you think you have a talented running back heading in the direction of getting the keys to that starting lineup. No. Don't trust the Rams ever. I don't trust the Rams even right now, but I do trust Daryl Henderson if he was to get the work. Looks like he's going to get the work. Daryl Henderson could drop top 10 running back numbers per start. The question is how many starts. Lamar, back on point. Lamar. How many times am I going to have to tell you all week to go buy Lamar early or before it's too late? How many times? Every video from here on out, do I have to start it off with, go get Lamar on the cheap. Don't listen to the negative Nancys out there that are going to tell you he's done, he's figured out. Is he going to be Mahomes? No. Let that go. That's a totally different conversation, and I'm the one leading that convo that Mahomes is the number one quarterback. So stop it. Lamar is the second best quarterback at fantasy football, and that's not going to change. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it's Matt Ryan. I know Russell Wilson is playing out of his mind right now, and Russell Wilson will probably have another monster game in week 4. But at the end of the year, it will be Lamar Jackson. I mean, Wilson could be there. I think Wilson and Lamar could be really neck and neck because Wilson started off so hot. But per start after week 4, so heading into the rest of the season, from week 5 on, when is Seattle, or when's the Ravens bye week? Somebody pull that up. When's the Ravens bye week? From week 5 on, assuming that's not the Ravens bye week. When did the bye weeks kick in? Week 5? Let me look it up. NFL bye weeks. We're doing it live. Week 5. Green Bay and Lions. Okay, the Lions. Okay. So week 5 on, because I think Wilson could definitely be top 3 this week. Lamar will be the number 2 quarterback in fantasy football. I have no question about it. No question about it there, buddy boy. Billy Boy 27. Go buy low. Just listen to me. Jacobs. Oh, he's top 5. Week 1, right? 2 mediocre to bad games, and everybody's already off. Not only are they jumping off the train in droves, people have already sold them. And I know this because of my HeySmitty.com, which I might remind you is right here, where you can purchase a phone call from me. I draft with you during the off season, but I'll come up and cook up all kinds of trade offers with you over the phone, talk about your lineups. Go to HeySmitty.com, but through HeySmitty.com and my SleeperU.com website, where you can buy all my rankings and all that, I get email advice. I give email advice with my top package. I get told, not asked, I get told, Smitty, I traded Jacobs for a semi-warm chicken burrito. What do you think? And I'm like, why didn't you reach out to me before you went after that chicken burrito? I don't understand. I don't understand why you traded Jacobs away for sub top 15 overall talent. Jacobs is a top 9 to 14 overall player. On top of the bad trades people make without even consulting me.
Take a lap.
I'm also faced with, hey Smitty, should I bench Jacobs this week? And my reply, I so badly have to curb my reactions to my paying following and go, Dear Steven Jefferson, why in the backspace? What in the hell? Backspace. Steven, good man. Did you draft Jacobs in the top 12? Did Jacobs not have one of the biggest week 1s you could have possibly imagined? What in the backspace? Steven, why don't you consider benching your third running back, your flex, and leave your first rounder in your lineup for week 4 and give him a chance to bounce back from after being a monster in week 1 and being slow in week 2 and 3? You don't judge the man off 2 weeks when he already delivered goodness. Same thing goes for you Hollywood Brown owners that have already dropped him. Smitty, are we done with Hollywood Brown? I can't tell you how many times I get that question a day. Not just, hey, what do you think of Hollywood? Smitty, are we ready to call this one? Smitty, should we put the last couple nails in this coffin? And same thing with Tom Brady. I came for the fake typing noises. Smitty, are we done with Tom Brady? You know what I say to people? Hey, Tommy Boy 47. The first super chat, finally. Rock out. Thank you, Rock out. I was wondering what was going on here. Appreciate it, Rock out. Let me get back to my Tom Brady. Or let me get to this 1 second, Rock. I'm in a groove. Tommy Boy 77. Were you not happy with Tom Brady's 3 TD week 1 performance? I know he didn't have 3 TDs in week 2, but he did follow up with week 3 with 3 TDs. So essentially, he's had 3 TDs, 1 TD, 3 TDs. Would you like a refund on the player you drafted in the 10th round that has 7 TDs through 3 weeks? Sincerely, Smitty. Hit the like button. Anyway, I just Hollywood Brown, 100 yards in week 1. Bad week 2 and 3. Okay, but 100 yards in week 1. The dude did deliver. Like, no chance. You don't give somebody a third chance. 2 bad games, no matter what he did in week 1, you just write him off. He's done. He's gone. No, Noah. I'll tell you what, Noah. You can go ask AJ Brown for a refund on his draft value. And then I cannot wait until he explodes, because, Noah, I'm not going to let you live it down. Goff, Big Ben. Thank you, Rock Out, for the super chat. Goff, Big Ben, Eckler, Gordon, Connor, Kelly, McKinnon, B. Hill, Mike Thomas, AJ Brown, Gallup, Fuller, Crowder, Gage, Waller, Colts. How do you make your team better? Sell high on Connor before it's too late. Sell high on McKinnon if you can. Wait on MT. Wait on AJ Brown. You're not going to get those. What you should get out of those guys. Wait on Waller. Everyone's going to jump off the Waller bandwagon because he had a bad week. Drop him. Cut him. Cut him. Oh my God. Gallup. Okay, so Connor and Gallup. Like, whenever someone asks me how can I make my team better, my first thing is who's going off. And can you get enough to trade him? If not, you keep him. Because I'm only about selling high. Or if you can sell medium on one player but high on another, then you do a package deal and you just make an improvement, you know. But I'm looking at this right here. Let me move this so I can talk to my people here. Connor could get you... You could probably trade Connor and Gallup for... I don't know if you could get McCaffrey. You could probably get Jacobs for that. Connor and Gallup, you can get Jacobs, buy them low. Reach out to the Clyde owner. Try. Gordon should have a bigger week this week. You can maybe sell high. Wait on him. Fuller, Gallup. You know, try and buy Lamar. But I target these guys that are doing badly. You have AJ Brown. You have Mike T. You do not have McCaffrey. Try for him. You do not have Jacobs. Try for him. You do not have Clyde or Lamar. Try for them. Wait on Brown. Wait on MT. That's the angle I'd work, man. Definitely would. Derek with the super. Thank you, Derek. Now the super chats are rolling in. I'm 1 and 2. Team is your QB's Dak. Running backs are Cook, Mike Davis, Kelly. Wide receivers are Ridley, Tyreek, CD, Gallup, John Brown. Tight ends are Schultz and Goddard. How do I make my team better? Goddard's out. Okay. God. So you have Tyreek Hill, Ridley. You have fire wide receivers, man. You've got Cook. You've got Dak. I mean, the only thing you can sell right now is on the high would be Ridley, maybe Tyreek. I don't know if anybody would buy him at the price tag you'd want to sell him at. Cook you can maybe get rid of. If you've got to make a trade, Derek, you have Eckler too. Thank God, because I was about to say, Derek, I feel like I've seen better teams from you. I I forgot my second rounder. There we go. Insert Eckler. I like Eckler. Okay, so you could sell Eckler high, though. You could sell Cook high. You could sell maybe Tyreek high. You can definitely sell Ridley high. Not saying you have to. Not saying trade them away because I don't like them. Sell high if it makes sense. You're 1 and 2. You can afford waiting on Mike Thomas for 1 week. I don't know if you can afford to wait on Christian McCaffrey, but with the information that you have Eckler, you might be able to. So I would consider trading since you have Mike Davis. Think of it this way, okay? You've got Cook and you've got Eckler in your running back 1 and running back 2. You've got Ridley and Hill in your wide receiver and wide receiver 2 spots. If you were to trade one of your wide receivers and put Gallup in there, or get a wide receiver back, you could potentially trade like a Tyreek Hill for a Christian McCaffrey and a potential wide receiver or player that I really, really like a J.K. Dobbins or somebody that I think can win you the league down the stretch. Everyone's given up on J.K. He's pretty cheap right now. I'm not saying I like Tyreek Hill straight up for McCaffrey, but once McCaffrey's back, that will be an excellent trade for you. The question is, can you weather through it? I don't know if you can if you don't get the right player back. But think of it this way. Davis and McCaffrey together are locked and loaded. And together, that's going to give you the number 1 overall running back production. Petty, welcome. Glad you made it. So, I strongly consider a Christian McCaffrey move. You could also trade Mike Davis to that owner and find out. What is the... Derek, let me know what the Christian McCaffrey owner has. Paste his whole team into a chat question. Mike with the super chat. Derek with the I have Eckler super chat. Thank you. Mike wants to know, I can start 3 out of the 5. Chark, he's hurt right now. Monitor his situation. He should be back, I guess, but we need to know more. Malcolm Brown, Keenan Allen, Lazard, the Lizard, and Gaskin. I like Gaskin. I put Chark. If Chark is a go, I probably start. If Adams is back, I probably sit Lazard for Chark. If Chark's a 100% go, if there's question marks about Chark, no matter what's going on with Adams, then you switch on over to Lazard. But I like Allen and Gaskins, lock them in, and then you're going to decide between Chark and Lazard. Also, is Chark for Mostert a good trade? Running backs are Drake and Taylor and Gaskin. Yeah, I mean, I would probably trade Chark for Mostert and then get Lazard in your lineup. I'm okay with that. But, you'll only have Allen and Lazard. Oh, it's M. Brown, Hollywood Brown. M. Brown's Hollywood Brown. My bad. In that case, then I definitely trade Chark for Mostert because you got Hollywood. Now, everyone's going to tell you Hollywood's done. Don't listen to him. Jacobs buy low. Okay, I'm done with that. McCaffrey, I've told you guys, I don't know how many times this week to go get McCaffrey before it's too late, before he inches closer to coming back. No one's going to trade you McCaffrey if you wait another week or two, especially another 2 weeks. But probably, I'd say by the time week 4 goes by, anybody that's waited on McCaffrey at that point is going to be like, why trade him now? Why do it when I put in the hard work of waiting on him for multiple weeks? Why would I give him to you? People are going to start selling McCaffrey at his old value. They're just going to resort to that. Their knee-jerk reaction is going to be, no, I've waited on him. Dear Schmitty, or Schmutty, as some of you type, I'm not selling Christian McCaffrey. N-O, enter send. Slack sent. Because why would they? They put in the work. Are you going to give them any points back for the weeks that they sat McCaffrey? Because I know that doesn't sound fair to ask of you, but that's what they're thinking. That's going through their mind. They're not going to trade you McCaffrey after this week. Go get him now. MT, there's a little bit of talk about him coming back this week. I haven't heard as much of it. So people are probably freaking out a little bit. You know, God, the expectation was he was coming back. Now he's not. Damn it, I need to win. Go trade for him. And at this point, you're going to have to pay more. Because you didn't listen last week, you're going to have to pay more. But that's okay. I go and give I potentially give an Allen Robinson up. I potentially would. Depends on my situation. If you've got J-Rob in your flex and you don't even need to worry about it, then context matters, okay? But if Allen Robinson is your number one wide receiver, it might not make as much sense for you. So context matters. A.J. Brown, can I ask you guys an honest question? Is A.J. Brown bad to you because he hasn't played? Does anybody feel like A.J. Brown's done anything besides play in week 1 and not get thrown to when he was completely wide open down the sideline for what would have been a 70, 80-yard touchdown, completely just blazing down the sideline? What has A.J. Brown done to you other than not play? Why is everyone not assuming he can come in when he's healthy and be elite? Because he hasn't played? I don't get. I mean, I'm asking the question. Honestly, I just want to know what's going through the mind of the average person that's like, A.J. Brown, I'm done with him. Like, I give up on him. He's not going to do well. I don't know what's going through people's minds. Like, he's not playing. He has a bone bruise, something I'm not too worried about if he heals it right, and I think he's going to because he sat out a while. I don't get it. Smitty, are you not a fan of Tyreek Hill? Jordan, what would make you think I don't love Tyreek Hill? Oh, I just got rid of that super chat. What would make you think that, Jordan? Love Tyreek Hill. Love Tyreek Hill. Is that because you might have stepped in right when I said trade him? I'm only in the business of trading people who are doing well and that people will pay the price for. Doesn't mean I don't like them. But I could see where you got that if you just stepped in. Thank you for the super chat. The Real Baseball King 25. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. And the question is, sorry, I was looking at what pen I had. I'm 0-3, but I traded for Zeke and MT. So my team is Kyler, Zeke, JT, Adams, Thomas, Fant, Smith. So you have Kyler, Zeke, JT, God, if you get Adams back within, you're 0-3, that's a really, really tough spot to be in. If you get MT and Adams back next week, and Adams could, we don't know for sure what's going on with Adams this week, but assuming he's out 2 weeks and you pull off a win, if you can pull off a win somehow, and you could, your team's still got, a couple guns, man. You're in it. You're in it, bro. I like that. Anything I should do to make this team better? Go get Christian McCaffrey, too. No. Zeke, JT, and Kyler can carry you. Fant, you might be able to squeak out a win this week. If you do, and you get both wide receivers back, you're winning out. Or you're going to do a damn good try of winning out. I like the team. I don't know that you can do anything. You've built it to make an incredible run at the end. I'd let it try and take its course, man. I like it. Nice job. That's what I would have maybe done. I'm crazy like that. 0-3, I'll still try something like that. Adams to the list and traded J. Robinson and Woods for McCaffrey. I mean, if you picked up Woods and you had the depth for it, and J. Robinson's a dilemma for you each week, which honestly he's got to the point where I don't think he can be a dilemma. He's a must start. I can see where this will work out for you. Like if Woods is in a dilemma for you each week, I can get it. It's a lot to give up, but I also like it in the right context. So nice job, JP. Jeff, Sir Smitty, I have J.K. Dobbins and Zach Moss on my bench in DPPR league, and Lev Bell is now available on waivers. Should I drop one of these guys to pick him up? I mean, you could drop Moss right now because he's been hurt and pick up Bell and kind of wait a week. I don't think Moss will come back on a tear this week. He could, but I think at some point Zach Moss starts games and everybody's going to want to own him, but I don't know when it's going to be. I can't guarantee when it's going to be. Like, everybody thinks it's bad because he hasn't done it yet through 3 weeks. Oh my God, the rookie hasn't started yet. It's week 4. Time to leave and give up. Jake says hit the like button. I agree with Jake. We have 156 in the room. Punch the thumbs up. It helps the show. Derek, I wrote CMC owners team in the 0-3 chat. Oh. Hold on, Derek. Hold on, Derek. Again, welcome, Petty. Appreciate you being here. Ian, can you post it again, Derek? I can't find it. Montgomery and 2 second-round picks, or Stafford and Carson. I take Montgomery if it's dynasty or keeper or anything where it's important to keep players and they have value for the future. I don't trust Carson at all. Derek, I'll look for your message, man. I'm looking right now, so if I see it, Alex said in a 10K Drake League, Phantom dropped Tyreek Hill by accident. 10K. I'll have to look at that, Alex. Is that league even going? Isn't the one... I forget which one ended up not happening. Hard to get Smitty to acknowledge me lately. What's up, everyone? Sand, I see you, bro. I see you. There's so many questions. It's not me. Like, Sand, it's never, ever, ever me ignoring you. You know that. Dobbins, any given week, he used to blow up. I agree. I agree. Smitty, did you hear the AJ Brown news? I don't know, Noah. What news? What news are you referring to? Noah's just here to drive me nuts. Okay. Next up, J.K. Dobbins, trade for him on the cheap. Everyone and their mother is going to cut this guy this week. Get ready for it. Swoop in, grab him, put him on your bench. I'm not telling you he's ready yet. He's not ready yet. They're not ready to unleash him yet. That may not happen until week 10. So if you can't stomach waiting on JK, leave him on the bench for me. I'll pick him up, hold my beer, or my Coke. Send a super, then he will see you, Brian says. No, Sand, you know I would never ignore my boy Sand. I love when people, and Sand, I know you're joking, but I do get a lot of people that are like, they take offense when I don't answer their question. I'm like, well, Smitty's not going to answer me. I'm out of here. You know, like I'm literally reading it and ignoring them on purpose. Like, and Sand, you should know, out of all people, I let you run one of my live streams. I went to a meet and greet here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I gave the phone to Sand, and Sand actually did a couple questions, and everyone's talking around him, and it's distracting. It's hard to run a show, read the questions, stay engaging, and keeping people's interest. Like 168 of you in the room, and I'm trying to engage with everybody in the chat, but also navigate and do all that. So it's funny. Okay, let's go over the matchups and go over like some predictions. So at the top left corner, you see Denver at the New York Jets. I think this is a great game for the Broncos, who they need a break right now. Rippon is going to be better than this is my prediction. Like, you know, I'm going out on a limb here. I'm making a bold statement. You know, you can come at me later if you want, if I'm wrong, but I think Rippon's going to look good. I think he's one of those hidden gems. I actually liked him more when he landed on this roster than any of the other quarterbacks. And the fact that he's already getting a shot, it's going to be interesting. They think that Locke could be back in week 5. So I was kind of hoping he'd get a bigger shot, but we'll see. We'll see how he does. But I think they're going to run the ball a lot. So if you own Melvin Gordon, it might be a good week to keep him in your lineup versus getting scared off by last week and putting him on your bench. We need a scooter stream. As soon as the scooters are put back on the street, bro, the COVID, I think, took a lot of them off. I might be back. I don't think I'd ride one now anyway. I'd be worried about COVID. I'd put a baggie around it. I'd drive it on a trash bag. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll put a black trash bag over the scooter and I'll just drive it around. So if I have to make predictions, I'm going to go through each game. Melvin Gordon, 80 rushing yards and a touchdown on the ground. Give him 4 or 5 receptions for 25 yards. So 100 total yards and a score for Melvin Gordon. And I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to predict for everybody. When I feel it, I'm going to tell it to you and move on. Cook, 110 total yards and a touchdown, 4 or 5 receptions. Justin Jefferson, I like him a lot, but he lands back down on earth for a week. I think he could be up and down in a good way, for a rookie. But I think he crashes back down to earth a little bit in week 4. Ingram or Ayuk. I'm going to go Ingram, bro. Sam. I see you in the corner, Sam. David Johnson, 40 yards. Get rid of him. Sell him high. Thielen, I think he has a decent game. We'll give him 70 and a score as long as he's on the field. Russell Wilson against Miami. This could be one of those games where you expect Russell Wilson to go nuts, and the matchup says he's going to have a big game, but for some reason they score a lot on defense, or they run the ball more than anybody thinks. But I think expecting 3 TDs, 300 yards, or 280 and 3, pretty safe stat line, I think. You don't like David Johnson? Says Point Break. Do you think? Love James Robinson. iSong says 3-0 club, carry me to the end of the season, Smitty. iSong, you're doing it. You're doing it, bro. I'm merely assisting you. You are driving that car. That vehicle is all you, bro. Russ, QB1 respect. So 303, I think is pretty respectable. Gaskin, give that guy 80 total or 85 total yards, and give DK 80 and a touchdown. I think somehow he finds a way to not score a second one because that seems to be his MO this year. He blows up, has a monster game, somehow could have had yet another touchdown, and he leaves that on the table. Damn guy. Lockett, give him 90 and a score. James Robinson, 80 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Give him like 10 receiving. Maybe 15 receiving. I think he's right about 100 total yards and a touchdown. Chark, if he played, I'd give him like 70 and a touchdown. Minshew, give him 2 touchdowns and give him 3. Minshew's going to bounce back. Give him 3 TDs and give him 300 yards. I think Minshew will have one of those games where you're like, damn it, maybe should have started him over my better quarterback that bombed. Burrow, give him 2 TDs, 325 yards, and we'll give him an INT in this one. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, 100 yards rushing on the ground with 2 rushing TDs. Maybe he only has like two hundo through the air. Even like 190, I could see him having like, not the biggest game through the air, and like 1 touchdown. So give him 3 total TDs, give him 100 yards on the ground, and give him, you could be even slightly under 300 total yards because he could have, or his rushing yards could put him over the edge. So give Mixon 55 and a touchdown. I'm going to give Mixon a little bit better day than he's been having. And then everyone's going to, you better sell. Better sell high. That's the most you're going to get out of me for Mixon. Give me 85 and a touch. 85 and a touch. Gibson for Washington against the Ravens. They're at home. They're in Washington. I'm going to say 80 total yards and a 75% chance of a touchdown dance. Kamara, 100 total yards and a TD. Breeze, 2 TDs and 275. And give Lat Murray a touchdown in this one, as long as he plays. Detroit, give Swift about 40 total, 50 total yards, maybe a shot at a touchdown. I think Swift might have a game that at least sparks Detroit's intentions of getting him maybe more carries heading to the next week. McLaurin, 100 yards. McLaurin, 100 yards and a touchdown. Indianapolis at Chicago. Nick Foles, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards, 2 INTs. Allen Robinson is going to have a big day. I think it helps you trade him high if you do need to mix things up. I think he has like 90 and a touchdown at least. I think and Foles might score on the ground one of those touchdowns, I might add. But I think Foles just has one of those games. I think Chicago's been actually playing pretty well. Oh, I had a couple of super chats come in. Patricia with a 20. Derek with another super. iSong, I got yours. And the one before that. I'll get back to the projections in a minute, guys. Maybe we'll do this every Thursday night. No, I'm going to go live tomorrow night too, but I was doing, maybe we'll do this Thursday nights. I think I'm caught up on the super chats, at least getting them on the screen. Patricia with the super chat, the 20. Hey Smitty, should I start Lazard or McLaurin? I think you stepped in, Salinas, right when I said McLaurin 100 yards and a touchdown. Now, if Adams is out, I'm okay with you going Lazard if you want to shoot for a little more than 100 and a touchdown, because he could. Lazard could do that. I'm okay with that. I'm on board. Sign me up for that risk train. But I think a safe play is McLaurin all the way around. If you need safety, go McLaurin. But thank you for the super chat. You take a lap, kind sir, for being way too awesome. Should I start Lazard or McLaurin? That's such a good question. Thank you for it. $2, a super chat from Jose. Thank you, Jose. Picked up Chark and Dobbins on waiver, Smitty. Absolutely phenomenal, Jose. Thank your grandma for me for dropping them and making me look good, because I've been telling everybody they're going to get dropped. So, your grandma. Thank you, Grams. Give Dak for Breeze and Demont. 2 QBs, Burrow, Minshew. Give Dak for Breeze and Demont. Running backs are Mixon and I probably do that, and I try and flip Demont and Mixon, or try and flip some more. I don't stop there, but I think that Breeze is going to be good enough this year. Remember, Breeze doesn't have Mike Thomas. Everyone's judging Breeze right now as if Breeze is like locked into what he's going to be. He is who he thought he was. No, he's going to get the best wide receiver aside from Hopkins, but maybe best fantasy wide receiver in MT back And once Breeze gets him back, Breeze will be scoring more points. So I'm okay with that. I mean, there's a little risk there, but Justin, Lamar Jackson, Melvin Gordon, Devonta Freeman. This is the McCaffrey owner, okay. So Davis, I wonder if you could get Lamar from him for your quarterback. I forget what quarterback you have. Let's try and go up Derek and see who you got. I think you were the first super chatter. This should be somewhat easy for me to find, I think. Derek, where is your chat? Derek. Rock was the first one, then Derek. Here we go. Thank you, Derek. So, Derek, you have Dak, you have Cook, you have Mike Davis, you have Tyreek, you have Ridley. Maybe you can trade him Davis and Gallup for Golladay. Maybe you could trade him Davis and... I'd trade him Davis and Dak for Lamar. You know, try and get him to throw in. Based on what I'm looking here, you have your small rosters. I bet you J.K. or Zach Moss is on waivers in your league. Like, you can pick up a guy. I like doing 2-for-1s in small leagues, Derek, because there are guys sitting on waivers that if you incorporate them into your trade. So, for example, let's say Zach Moss or J.K. Dobbins was available, and I bet you he gets cut tonight in your league, if I had to guess. If J.K.'s there and you're in a small league, incorporate the free agent player you're picking up into your trade. Because I don't care if you're not getting them from that owner. It doesn't matter where you get them from. If you're doing a 2-for-1 and you're getting JK, incorporate it into your trade. I would, in a heartbeat, give up Dak and Davis for Lamar and pick up JK. Heartbeat. I'd do it for Zach Moss. And everyone's gonna be like, Zach Moss is. I love the, but Zach Moss hasn't done anything, Smitty. It's 3 weeks have gone by. So those are my thinking, Derek. I appreciate your super chat. That's what I'm thinking. Try and go get McCaffrey though, if you can. You know, keep poking around at it. See if you can pull it off. Where was I? If I missed anything else, let me know. Leave the league. Malcolm Brown or James White on waivers. Kango, I don't know if I like White a little bit more. I think White maybe has a better second half of the year. Oliver. Trying to answer some of the chat questions real quick. Kyler, Eckler, Hendy, Mike Thomas, Ridley, Henry. Who am I trading away for? I think you're probably working on the trade with somebody in the chat, but I'm going to say you could probably sell. I don't know. You could sell many people high right now, but Eckler and Ridley, and I only trade them if I'm getting like 2 really good players. I like your team though. Okay, where were we? Chicago. Montgomery, I think, has, if he's healthy, like 95 total yards and a touchdown. I think JP with a super, thank you. May finish the Colts. JT, give JT 95 total yards and a touchdown. And everyone's going to freak out again. Or maybe he doesn't even have a score. Maybe he has 95 yards or 110 total yards and no touchdowns. And everyone's going to freak out. And guess what? JT is going to make my buy low list in week 5 if that happens. So keep an eye on that. But I think JT could easily be in the, 100 total yards. Good shot at a touchdown range, even against Chicago. JP says, someone cut JK for a kicker in my big money league, and I have the number 1 waiver claim. Drop Pollard or Ayuk. I ain't dropping Harry. I'd drop, if it's redraft, I'd drop Ayuk. I know Ayuk had a big game, but Debo's coming back. Kittle's coming back. Think about it. Kittle and Debo were out. In redraft, Ayuk doesn't have a whole lot of value. I like him in Dynasty. I think he's a really good player. I even worry a little bit about him in Dynasty because there's a lot of mouths to feed. So JK in a heartbeat. But redraft Dynasty JK over Ayuk. Thank you for the super chat, JP. Traded Chubb and Ridley for CMC. Tavern, I don't know if I would have done that, bro. You basically... Oh, I'm sorry. I see Hill down there. Tavern. Let me move that. Let me move this so I can read the whole question. You traded Chubb and Ridley for Christian McCaffrey and Hill. I didn't see the Hill part. my bad, Tavern. I was about to make you take about 10 to 15 laps live on the show right now. I like that. I love Ridley, but bro, you sold Ridley about as high as you can. So I'm okay with that. When Christian McCaffrey comes back, dude, you're balling. Tavern, what is your record? If you're even 2 wins, it's a great move. I'm sorry, you had me nervous. I didn't see the Hill part. I'm sorry. I was starting to react before I moved this chat over. I had it covered with my graphics that I have on my side. I didn't see the whole question. It was like Ridley. Love Ridley, but you could argue Hill and Ridley are still very even from here on out. Like, I get it. Ridley's been balling, but what happened in the past doesn't matter. You're making the trade right now. When you flip a coin and it's heads 5 times in a row, it means nothing. It means nothing. When you flip a coin and it's heads over and over and over, Ridley's been blowing up. It doesn't matter. Moving forward is what matters. From this point forward, I say Hill and Ridley could be very, very close. I still may like Ridley more, but you're talking about CMC versus Chubb. I take Christian McCaffrey all day long over Chubb. As long as you have a decent fill-in the meantime. Like if you had a Davis, if you picked up Davis, it'd be, wonderful. Thank you for the super chat. Ellis, thank you for the super chat. Diggs or Chark for Chark and Watson. My other wide receivers are Woods, Moore, A-Rob. My QB right now is Stafford. Diggs for Chark and Watson. I take Chark and Watson. I think Chark is going to have a good year. I'm not like everybody else where I jump off the ship before we get a chance to see Chark play healthy, play a bunch of games in a row. Like, give me a break. Like, I like this move. I like Diggs a lot, but I like Chark. I'm not backing off how high I am on Chark. Chark could be easily a top 15 wide receiver, and Diggs could be a little bit higher, but you're getting Watson, and I think Stafford and Watson are a bit apart. I like Watson a lot more. So I like this. Also start Woods, Chark, or Diggs. Well, if you're trading away Diggs, how do you have Diggs and Chark in your decision making here? I don't know. If I had to pick, if this is a different league, maybe you just accumulated the same guys. I'd probably go Diggs is your safest play here. Woods would be a little bit higher risk, but maybe even higher reward. Diggs is a lot of high upside though, so I don't know if I could even say higher reward. I think I'd go Diggs. I just go Diggs. I don't think you'd feel too badly if you got that one wrong. But if you put Diggs on your bench after he's been blowing up, you might be like, why did I do that? There's reason to put Woods on your bench. He's been up and down. Thank you for the super chat. Chris, I got your question here. Pick 2, Mike Davis, Justin Jefferson, Will Fuller, Lazard. I got to throw some trade offers now for your week 4 buy low targets. Okay, Jordan. Jordan, thank you for the super chat. Pick 2, Mike Davis, Jefferson, Fuller, and Lazard. If Adams is out, go Lazard and Davis. If Adams is back, Fuller's a tiny bit safer, tiny bit. And Lazard, even with Adams back, would be high risk, high reward, maybe a touch more upside, but Mike Davis is the lock. I don't know that I put Justin Jefferson in. You could. I just feel like he's going to come back down to earth. But Jordan, I appreciate your super chat. Smitty, would you accept a trade to give Chubb and Hollywood and get CMC and Odell Beckham Jr.? Yes, I would do that in a heartbeat. I would do that. The average bear may not, but I would. 1881, that's why I'm here. Smitty will tell us. What do I need to tell you? What do I need to tell you? I'm trying to find out what you guys are talking about. Somebody put it in, and I'll look. I'll try and find it. Smitty, would you accept a trade? Oh, I already got that one. I think I'm all caught up here. Stafford and Minshew. I'm going to go Minshew, but not by a lot. Stafford, Fitzmagic. I'd probably go. Stafford by a little bit. Mixon or Drake rest of the season. I go Drake. They're giving Drake the volume. He's just got to deliver before they take the volume away. I get it. I get that there's a reason to be concerned. I'm concerned. AJ Green, a drop or a hold. Context matters. Depends on who you could pick up. Miles Sanders or Eckler rest of season. I think I'd go Eckler, but you could argue a case could be made for both sides. I get it. Would you trade Tom Brady, James Robinson, and Deontay for Josh Allen and Jacobs? I take Jacobs and Allen by a lot. W. Hendy or Mixon? I mean, I wanna tell you Hendy, but you can't. I mean, you could get a lot more for Mixon in a trade. I'm not telling you not to pick up Mixon or start him or anything like that, but I think you got to go Mixon or pick up Hendy. You got to go Mixon there. No problem, W. Smitty trade J-Rob for Dobbins and A.J. Brown. J-Rob for Dobbins and A.J. No, keep J-Rob. As big of an A.J. Brown fan as I am, I keep J-Rob. J-Rob's playing out of his mind. I don't think Smitty ignores us on purpose because I can't even catch up. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what makes anybody think. I'm not saying you, Petty. In general, people do say, I'm out of here. Smitty's ignoring me. It's like I would never, ever ignore one of my people on purpose. I just can't possibly read this fast enough. It goes really quickly. I try. Pick 2, Juju, Kenny, Galladay, or Boyd. I'm going to go Juju and Galladay. It's a good question, though. I got Evans. Petty, ask your question. I'm looking for it. Smitty is human, y'all. I do know as we get bigger, people are starting to get angry about that. And I mean, I'm not going to be able to get to every question. I do my best. But for anybody that thinks I'm really ignoring them, I don't know what to tell you, but other than to say it over and over that I would never ignore you on purpose. It's really, first of all, it takes a few seconds, if not a minute, to answer some of these questions. So, like, think about that. How many questions go by in 30 seconds? Okay. Trade James Robinson and Gurley for Dalvin and Scary Terry. Yes, I take Dalvin and Scary Terry in a heartbeat. I love James Robinson, but go get Dalvin Cook. Go get Dalvin Cook now. Studio is coming along. Chris, thank you for asking. Carpet. Once the carpet's in, I'm in. I can start building. It won't take long. I'll start showing you guys live. I'll probably do a lot of stuff while I'm live, drilling and putting stuff together in there. But carpet, but I'm waiting on the carpet guy. Sucks. You rock, Smitty. Thank you. Appreciate it. And you got him awesome. Pretty. Kango cracks me up, man. When's Smitty Jr. arriving? December. I'm gonna have another little one. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Would you trade JT in Hollywood for? Where did that question go? It went away. Oh, here it is. Would you trade JT and Hollywood for Fuller, Drake, and AJ Brown? JT and Hollywood for Drake. Yeah, I take Fuller, Drake, and I might take Fuller, Drake, and Hollywood Brown if I'm a gambling man. Okay. Here we go. Back 2:30 in the room. Hit the thumbs up on your way in the door. We're at in the corner here. We're at the Chargers at the Bucks. That's where we finished. I'm gonna predict that Eckler has 110 total yards. Thank you, Double A, and a touchdown, and 5 receptions. Wipe your feet, says Chris. Hit the thumbs up. I'm going to say Keenan Allen has 7 receptions for 101. I'm going to say that Hubert has a rough day, but still throws a lot. Little Smitty is my incoming small human being that I'm bringing into the planet. Thielen or Hendy at flex. I go Hendy this week. So how do we get the fantasy football icon? You go to the main YouTube page, go to my main YouTube page and hit the join button. And there's a membership. It gets you a Zoom link on Sunday mornings where you come on a Zoom call. It's more intimate and private, and you can get your question answered for sure. We go on that Zoom call. We do like a round robin, talk about different players, the news. I give you private YouTube member only videos at least once a week right now. When I get in the studio, it'll be more. And so all you do is go to the join button. You can cancel anytime. I think you can pay with PayPal. So it's pretty cool. Cancel anytime if you don't like it. But go to my YouTube page, hit join. I got to promote that more because a lot of people don't even know that I have it. And you get the icons. You get... Chris says the Zoom call is awesome. Thank you, Chris. Petty's going to be on the next Zoom call. Mixon and Slade for Jacobs in a heartbeat. Go get Jacobs. That's what I'm talking about right here. Go get Jacobs. I have him here. Whoops. For a reason, because people are giving him away at that price. McLaurin or Lazard this week. You go McLaurin. He's the guy. He's the man. John Brown this week. I start John Brown, but depends on for who. Okay, back to the projections. Okay, Tampa Bay. I'm gonna go. I think it's gonna be a tough game for Herbert because Tampa Bay is a really good defense. What did I tell you about Tampa Bay? I told you they were the New England Patriots defense of this year. The surprise defense you pick up, and they would carry you. And I think part of it is they go up against Tom Brady in practice. That's why New England did a little better than people thought, is because the GOAT himself helped make that defense better. Not to mention that Winston was turning the ball over so much, it tired the defense out. So I think Tampa Bay was going to be way better anyway, and then getting to go against Brady in practice, I think they're going to be pretty good. But give Brady 302. I think if Godwin were playing, I would put him at 303, but I think 302. Smitty, David Johnson is going to go off. I don't know that. No, actually, I don't believe that to be the case. I think David Johnson will if he goes off, I would trade him high. If Eckler didn't drop that pass. Okay, so give Evans 4 catches for 4 yards and 4 touchdowns. I think Evans is going to have 4 yards and 4 touchdowns off 4 catches. Damn it, my pen. No, in all seriousness, hold on. In all seriousness, I think Evans will have 75 or 80 yards, a touchdown, and 5 or 6 receptions. I think Fournette has somewhat of a bounce back week, somewhat being like 55 and a score. Down at the bottom of the screen, let's move the YouTube or the logo up a tad. Cleveland at Dallas. I'm going to say that Zeke Elliott has 125 yards rushing, two touchdowns, and like 15 to 30 yards receiving. I'm going to say that Amari Cooper, as long as he's on the field and healthy, 80 and a score. CeeDee Lamb, 70 in a touchdown. Dak, 3 TDs, 290. They use Zeke a ton. And I think Nick Chubb and Hunt have okay days, but I think maybe they're trying to throw their way back into this game. But it can still be a close game, even if Dallas, scores a lot. At least close in the first half or something. And I think Hunt could be used in the passing game. Now, Hunt's banged up. Make sure Hunt's a go. But I think Hunt could have like 90 total yards and a touchdown. I think Chubb is the one that's going to have a bad game, or could be my prediction. I'm predicting. I'm a human being. I've got feelings too. And I'm projecting here. I'm going to be wrong on probably 30% of everything I'm saying, guaranteed. If that doesn't triple stamp, a double stamp, and sell you, I don't know what will. But this is a prediction business, and things don't go as planned. When you do pick 'em, straight pick 'em, you're lucky if you get 80% of your picks right, even without picking against a spread or anything. I think it's right around that. You'd be lucky to have 3 games that you missed. This is the take a lap comment of the day, just so you guys know.
Take a lap. Take a lap.
Take a
lap. Take a lap. Take a lap.
You're gonna get like 4 of these. I'm hitting the button over and over on you.
Lap.
Congratulations, you just made the take a lap comment of the day. Give Hunt more production than Chubb, and I think Chubb just has kind of one of those days where like he gets phased out of this, he gets scripted out. Kenny G or Thielen this week. Kenny G, easy, even though anything can happen. I don't trust Baker too much this week. I don't trust Landry. I don't trust Odell. Depends who you have. Cardinals at Carolina. I like this game a lot. I think that Kyler Murray has about 200 and something passing. We'll say he doesn't even need to pass for 350 or anything like that. He's going to score like 240, 230. He's going to run one in. He's going to have 40, 50 yards rushing, 1 passing TD. Have a very, very nice day. He could run for even more than that. I think Hopkins finally gets in the end zone. We'll give Hopkins 80 and a score. Balance him out a little bit instead of being so overloaded on yardage and not getting the touchdowns. Give Drake a big day. I think the reason Kyler doesn't go crazy, he's going to do well, is they run Drake and they do well. Drake does well. Drake's getting the volume. He just isn't delivering, and it's concerning. I'm not worried. I am worried. But give Drake 120 total yards and a touchdown at least. I like Drake this week. I think Drake finally does what he's supposed to do. Mike Davis, give him 110 total yards and a good shot at a touchdown, or at least 95 total yards and a good shot at a touchdown. DJ Moore, 80 and a score. I'm not doing every player. I'm just whatever pops into my head here. New York Giants. I'm done there. Without Barkley, this whole thing falls apart. Rams. Hendy will give him 110 total yards and a touchdown. Woods will give 90 and a score. Cup, I'll give 85 yards. Higbee, as long as he's playing and on the field, 65 and a touch. Josh Allen, give him 375 yards and 3 TDs. Give Diggs 101. Give me John Brown for 80 and a touchdown. Give me Singletary for 80 total yards and a touchdown. Josh Jacobs Jingleheimer Schmidt gets 110 and a score on the ground. 20 to 25 yards receiving. Carr, couple INTs, trying to wiggle their way back into the game. Jacobs does well because he does well early, and maybe that's not 110 on the ground. That's 110 total for Jacobs. Maybe I go that route because I think they could be playing from behind pretty early on in the third quarter. So let me amend that. Give him 110 total and a score. I think Jacobs still scores. It also could be one of those like 55-yard rushing games for Jacobs, but he gets 2 touchdowns. I'm okay with that too. I think I could see that happening. New England, give me Cam for 2 rushing touchdowns. We'll just call it a decent, not great, but decent passing yardage effort. And maybe a shot at 1 passing touchdown. So maybe a 3 total TD game out of Cam. Actually, you know what? They'll be playing from behind too. I think Cam will actually have what did Cam have the last couple of games through the year? Let's look up Newton's law says that Cam Newton will throw for 155 in week 1, 397 in week 2. I did not know he almost threw for 400 yards. I thought he was around the 340, 325 range for some reason. 162. See, you can have 150 or 160, and then you get 400. In this game, they're going to have to throw a lot. I still think he runs okay. Let me amend my Cam prediction. Cam's going to have 40 and a touchdown on the ground, so I'm going to amend that. Frozen Smitty's been quiet lately. Is this a question, Petty? If I want McCaffrey or any trade I have to offer. Oh, I thought it was a question. Hit a question. Punch a question in there and I'll throw it on the screen. Feel like I'm missing your questions and you're asking other people, which is fine. And I want you to feel taken care of on the show too, though. All these questions here. Edelman is must start. Offer Jacobs for Christian McCaffrey. I wouldn't do that double A. I'd keep Jacobs, man. Hunt, A-Rob, John Brown, or Henry Hill, Renfro. I go Henry Hill. Henry Hill from Goodfellas. A-Rob, John Brown, Hunt, or Derrick Henry and Tyreek Hill. I take Derrick Henry and Tyreek Hill in a heartbeat. Mahomes for Christian McCaffrey. I'd rather have Mahomes unless you have to give me the context on that because McCaffrey's still out a little bit of time, bro. That's a lot of scoring that you're going to miss. Where am I at? Okay, so I'm amending my Cam Newton. Hit the thumbs up on the way in, please. I'm amending the Cam Newton rushing stat. 40 yards and a touchdown, 240, 1 INT, and 1 TD through the air. So, okay game for Cam. A good game. When do you think Dobbins will take over? I think it could be week 8. It could be week 7. It could be week 6. Assuming I don't know when their bye is off the top of my head, but during the bye week, I think he goes nuts in the bye week. Mahomie, 300, 2 through the air. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, 100 total yards and a touchdown and 4 receptions. I think he has a decent game here. Decent by my standards. I expect him to have 400 yards and 4 TDs every game. So when Clyde doesn't, I get upset, and I get more upset when people get mad when he drops 130-something yards total, and people are like, he sucks. I knew I shouldn't have spent a first rounder on him. He only got me, he only exploded in week 1, did okay in week 2, and got me 134 yards in week 3. Clyde, that's why Clyde's right here. That's why Clydey boy is right here. McLaurin, do you trade McLaurin for A.J. Brown? McLaurin's good, man. That's not a knock on A.J. Brown. That's just, I like McLaurin. Tyreek Hill, 80 and a touchdown. Kelsey, 65 and a touchdown. Clyde again. Clyde might have 2 scores in this one. I'm giving Clyde 2 touchdowns. I don't know how he's going to do it. 1 receiving, 1 rushing. I don't know. He might get them both receiving. Clyde, 2 touchdowns. 95 to 100 total yards for Clyde. How's that? Backed off about 5 yards on that. Wentz doesn't finish the game. Hurts comes in. I know I said this a couple weeks ago. I'm just going to keep doing it until it happens. Hurts comes in, looks, maybe I want him to come in next week because he's playing the Niners. Although, you know what? It could be one of those things where Hurts comes in and does okay. So it might be next week that the Wentz goes down. Maybe we want Hurts to come in after this week. But I think San Fran shuts down Miles Sanders pretty good. People start panicking about Miles Sanders. And I bet you, what do we do with Miles Sanders is the most asked question heading into week 5, which isn't one that will upset me because I never believed in him at the value range people took him at. I like Miles Sanders in a buy low capacity. I like Miles Sanders right around, I don't know, like 3.01 related value. What's up, Sammy 2? Glad you made it to the live. I don't know if McKinnon's going to play in this one. If not, Wilson should have like 80 and a touchdown at least, maybe way more. If Kittle returns, expect kind of a easing in party for him. I think go to Atlanta. Matt traded John Brown for A.J. Brown. I love it. That's how you do it. I don't know how you got that. I don't know how that was even on the table. That's crazy. People are crazy. Oh, sorry, JP. I saw your super chat here. The Lake Show. Thank you for the super chat. I'm sorry I didn't see this earlier. Are you still here, The Lake Show? If you are, I'm sorry I didn't see that. And if you have a question, toss it out. Oh, and Tommy Boy, I'm sorry. Here I am talking about all this stuff, and you guys are super chatting, and I'm not even acknowledging it. My bad. Tommy, are you still here? The Lake Show, are you still here? And JP, are you still here? Please let me know so I can acknowledge you. And Matt says, oh, Matt already got yours. Tommy Boy, thank you for the super chat, young man. They have Zeke, Sanders, and Robinson. They have Burrow and Minshew. I have Mahomes and Ryan and Cooks and Drake Henderson. Fair trade offer, Burrow and Robinson for Ryan and Henderson. Burrow and Robinson. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate it. Burrow and Robinson for Ryan and Henderson. I'd probably rather have Ryan and Henderson rest of season. But I like Burrow a lot. If Burrow keeps developing and A-Rob, is that A-Rob or is that J-Rob? If it's J-Rob, I'd rather I think it's J-Rob. I'm pretty sure it's J-Rob. If that's J-Rob, I'd probably rather have J-Rob and Burrow. That's tough, though. That's so tough. That's tough. What do you guys think? J-Rob and Burrow or Hendy and Ryan rest of season? What do you guys think? I want to see what the chat. Tommy says it's J-Rob, so yeah. J-Rob and Burrow or Ryan and Hendy. I want to know what you guys think. Lake Show is still here. Thank you, Lake Show, for the super chat. Thank you for the second super chat. And JP, you're next. And Slayer, thank you for the super chat. I'll put you over here so I don't miss it. Did 3 recent trades. Jonnu for A-Rob. I like that. I like that you sold high on Jonnu. Freeman for Devontae Parker. Freeman and Devontae Parker for Godwin. I love that. I don't care if Godwin's hurt. That's a great trade. And DJ for Drake. That's a fan. You made 3 killer trades. My team now is Stafford, Chubb, Drake, Adams, A-Rob, Godwin, Chark. Once you get healthy, that's insane. I hope you have a couple wins, man. Mark Cleveland, thank you for the super chat. I got you in the queue. JP, traded Hunt and Burkhead for Adams. I love that. Feel bad for the people hoping on the Burkhead train. Okay, hopping on the Burkhead train after already crash. JP's funny. JP was one of the only people in the chat that was like, die hard start Burkhead, and Burkhead blew up. So JP, hats off to you, but like he's immediately ripping the rug out from under the the Burkhead believers. And you could be right, JP. You could completely come crashing down. A lot of people that go off crash the next week. Mark says, should I start Jeff Wilson? Depends on for who. Mark, I don't remember off the top of my head who your option would be in the face of Wilson, but I think we need to know if McKinnon's out. I think he's leaning toward out, and that would make Wilson a pretty darn good start. So it depends on who. If it's for like Mike Davis, if I remember your lineup correctly, then I'd rather have Davis, but Wilson's arguable. Slayer just wanted to drop some for my boy Smitty 100. Love what you're doing this year, brother, and everything. Stay positive out there. Thank you, Slayer, and wait till you see the new studio, man. It's 100% done minus the carpet and doorknobs on the doors. Or the door to the studio. So once I get the reason the doorknobs aren't in is because I need to have the doors slightly realigned. So I lied. Carpet, door slightly fixed so that it closes a tiny bit better, and didn't put the doorknobs on because I want that part fixed first. So I can't wait. The studios, I probably won't be in it for this week's games, but I'm pretty confident I'll be in the studio for week 5 games and leading into week 5. So a lot of learning going on in the new studio. Okay. The studio reveal, you'll see. I've done a couple Instagram videos with it on my stories, but I don't think I have a long enough camera cord to get in there from here. And I could do a Zoom call, but I think I'll just wait. I think I want to wait. I want you guys to see it. There's no need to see it blank, white walls. You know, it's lit up now. The lighting's all in. Everything's good. Air conditioning's hooked up. That's another thing I got to get done too, which could put a little bit of delay for it happening this weekend. And more so next weekend, is that the AC needs to be tweaked a little bit to make sure the flow's right in there. But thank God I'm going to have AC blowing right on me, because I've been in my studio with no AC that I built, 2 years ago. And when I built it, I was like, you know what, the AC is going to flow in here. I got the right flow in the room. But with the wall there and the areas that I have where air can go through, it just doesn't travel. I've tried pumping air into that space, and it won't. It's too hot. All the electronics, I have multiple computers and TVs, but this is going to have good AC flow. Where were we? Hit the thumbs up on your way in. I'm going to go through these matchups real quickly. We were at Atlanta, Green Bay. Ryan 302, 1 to Ridley, 1 to Gage. Ridley's going to have 150 and 1. Get ready for a big day. Gurley's going to have 40 yards, maybe 55, and nothing. Aaron Jones will have 95 on the ground and a touchdown. Maybe he'll have another 20 receiving, but we'll just give him 95 and a touchdown. Is Gage out? Hold on. Not ruled out yet. He was out week 3. I think he should be back this week, but we'll keep tabs on that. If Gage isn't back, Julio might be back too, though. We'll see. I don't think Julio will be back, but we'll have to play it by ear. Hooper could have, the volume's there for Hooper. I did not see Hooper becoming what everybody predicted he'd become, but he has been playing a lot better than I anticipated. But I still don't know that I buy into him being, a monster. He had one. I mean, I can't rip on him for this because Evans did the same thing, but he had one catch for 1 yard for 1 touchdown last week. He did have 72 and a score the week before, but then he only had 38 the week before. So he does have 2 touchdowns in 3 weeks. So playing better than I predicted, but I still am not on board the Hayden Hurst train as if he's like a top 5 tight end. I just don't see it. Leonard Fournette didn't practice on Wednesday. Nyheim Hines limited. Kareem Hunt is on the injury report, but he should be just getting rested. It's a groin. I'm not too worried right now. Hopkins did not practice. Ankle, not too worried about that. James White, personal return to practice. He should be good. Raheem Mostert, MCL sprain, remains sidelined Wednesday. Injury has been termed a mild MCL sprain, which verges on... Yeah, it's... His timetable remains unclear. Mostert is needed against the Woeful Giants. He's not needed against the Woeful Giants defense, but the Eagles could present a slightly more difficult test in Week 4. Jeff Wilson and Jerick McKinnon will continue to share the backfield. And they meant to put Mostert's absence. Okay, Kittle is a full go Wednesday. He should be good to go, but I think he should be eased in. Mike Thomas returned to practice Wednesday. Mike Thomas is moving well during open media portion of practice per Ace beat writer Underhill. Adam Schefter recently stated that Thomas was eyeing a Week 4 return. This news points in that direction. Once the team releases Wednesday's injury report, we will know if he is limited or gets a full session. Ankle injuries and wide receivers are always a bad combination, but having their number 1 wide receiver will be a massive boost for the Saints against the Lions, who would eliminate any fantasy relevance of Emmanuel Sanders and Traquan Smith. All right. I think that catches us up on the news there. I wanted to squeeze that in. Last review. Help me, David Johnson, Devontae Parker, or DJ Moore. I go DJ Moore without much hesitation. Should I trade Julio for J. Robinson, I assume you mean? I probably take J. Rob right now. If it's J. Rob. Hey Snotty. They said AJ Brown's knee bruise is significant. That's not new news, bro. But thanks for being negative. Glad to have you. He's always there to talk about AJ Brown's decline. Kango. Kango cracks me up, man. Kango putting in the work. Okay, that was directed to not me. Okay, dang, I need help also. Smitty, help me repeat. What's your question? DJ Moore, David Johnson. DJ Moore. DJ Moore. McKinnon, a must start. McKinnon we got to see if he's ready to go. But if he's playing, I wouldn't call him a must start. I'd say he's definitely, depends on your context. Thank you for your help. What do you think about Brandon Cooks this week? I can pick up someone, but the waiver wire is slim pickings. Brandon Cooks is okay, but I need to know the context. It's okay, Noah. I know it's part of who you are. DJ Moore, Robert Woods. I like DJ Moore a little bit better. Scary Terry or Fuller. I go Scary Terry, but that's me. Juju, Kenny G. I go Kenny G. Okay, last matchup, Pittsburgh, Tennessee. We don't know what's going on with this game. Postponed, it says here. They were going to play. Then I heard that they may not. They may move it to Monday night. They may not. It may be moved. It may not. Who the hell knows? But if it got played, I would say Juju 70 and a touchdown. Big Ben 270 and 2 touchdowns. I don't know what's going on with Deontay. We'll have to monitor Deontay. Connor, we'll give Connor 70 yards rushing and a touchdown and 15 receiving. We'll give Derrick Henry a strong low yard per carry, maybe breaks off a run, but like 70 yards and a touchdown. I don't know if he'll do much better than that. And, A.J. Brown probably won't play. So, Corey Davis has 30, 40 yards, 50 yards against this defense. I think Tennessee's going to have a tough time winning this one, but they definitely could. It's not out of the question or out of the realm of possibility. All right, here goes the outro. The outro music. You know the deal. Super Chat restarts the music. Smitty's getting tired. Drop is a speed round, even though I'm low energy. Low energy. Should I drop Gibson for Marvin Jones? No. Gibson's a potential league winner. Wait on him. It's 3 weeks in. He's done pretty well. Fan or Hawk? Fan safer, maybe. Maybe not. I mean, Newton. Actually, no. Go Hawk. Hawk's my boy, and Fant's dealing with meshing with his new QB. We don't know what to expect yet. McKinnon is healthy and he practiced in full today. I'd say he's a must start in some cases, but I still need to know who else you have. Ridley for Andrews. Ridley for Andrews. Hawks. Wait. Bro. Calvin Ridley is like a top 5 to 10 overall pick right now for drafting right now. Andrews is not anywhere close to where he was on draft day, which was like 4 to 5 round range. We're talking about one of the biggest significant differences of two players I could even come up with, Ridley by a mile. If I have that wrong, if you're talking about like Riley Ridley, I don't know. Fan or Hunter Henry fan? Chark or Robbie? If Chark's good to go, Chark. Smitty, is it smart to trade Mixon, Cup, Gaskin for DJ Moore and Clyde? Dude, I would trade Mixon, Cup, and Gaskin for Clyde Edwards-Helaire alone. And you're going to get DJ Moore. You're going to get that thing vetoed if you're too greedy, Scooby. Scooby's getting greedy. Cooks or Tate? Neither. Cooks, I guess. Drop Cam Akers, Zach Moss, or Josh Kelly. Drop Cam right now. He's hurt. Gaskins for Dobbins. I'd rather have Dobbins long-term, Gaskins for the now. Trading Andrews, he has Ridley. There's no way he's giving you Ridley for Andrews. If he does, Hawks, you need to make sure he comes on the show and takes a lap, because that's ridiculously good value. Evan, are the Steelers going to play? We don't know yet, Evan. We've heard a lot of different things. All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate it. If you super chat me when I close out, DM me on IG and I'll personally answer your question. So I don't want you to feel like you got missed, but I'm hitting the end button. I can't help it if a super chat comes rolling in, but the music stopped. No super chat happened, so the show ends. I appreciate you. Subscribe if you're new. Tell your friends. And get on over to sleeperu.com and get your bold predictions and your rankings. And get on over to heysmitty.com and you can order yourself a phone call with me anytime. just go purchase that. And we did get one super chat, so we get the music one more time. You guys can thank Ellis for this one. Did the Diggs, McKinnon for Chark, Watson, Gallup deal? Diggs for Chark. I like it. I like it. Nice job, Ellis. Way to go. Everybody take a lap. No, Ellis saved the day. Noah, this was positive of you. Thank you, Noah. Sometimes I'm too hard on Noah. Thank you, Noah. Sorry I missed it. Steelers going to play again. I don't know. Later, Sammy. Ellis is the GOAT, says Cameron. Let's get another nice clean shot of this avatar here. Is that you, Cameron? The face is hilarious, man. McKinnon's a must start. B. Jackson says McKinnon's a must start. B. Jackson, you might be right. Later, Kango. Later, Petty. I appreciate it. McKinnon. Yep, that's me. That's his real avatar. Hit subscribe if you haven't yet, guys. If you don't hit subscribe, then you won't know when I'm going live, and then you'll miss these. So, sent one, Smitty. Ellis, I thought I got it right here. The one where you said you got the deal done. I like it, man. It's fantastic. Is that the one you're talking about? So definitely saw that. I appreciate it. Mahomes I'm not going to trade Mahomes for McCaffrey. I would not right now. I like McCaffrey a ton, but Mahomes is going to score a lot of points before McCaffrey gets back. Maybe after a week or two, I start thinking about that. Get those doorknobs so your cat doesn't eat. The cat doesn't go in the studio. The cat's going to be locked out. I'm going to have that foam walls up, everything. We're going to try and soundproof that cat out of the show. And if he gets in somehow, maybe, he's earned a spot in this show. Smitty Fuller and David Johnson for Drake and A.J. Brown. I take Drake and A.J. Brown in a heartbeat. Traded McKinnon and Hardman for Hurst and Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah. Either way. Break that like button. Punch it. All right. Peace out, everybody. I appreciate all of you.